Well, I think, like everybody else, I was absolutely shocked when I saw the video of Waseem getting attacked by, certainly punched repeatedly by one police officer and dragged to the ground by at least another two. And I can't believe that they're pressing charges on him and not the police officers. And I think it's part of a bigger crackdown. We've seen people from Palestine Action being charged now with terrorist-related offences for civil disobedience matters. We've seen journalists being arrested, and it's part of a crackdown that the state and Keir Starmer, who was the Director of Public Prosecutions, will only be too happy to enforce upon us all. And when we see these sort of right wingers getting locked up, we really have to ensure that there's due process. And just because we don't like them doesn't mean there shouldn't be due process, because the laws that they use against them, they will use them against us as well. And this is what's going on here today. We have to have civil disobedience. We cannot sit by and allow what's going on in Gaza to continue. It is absolutely heartbreaking, and everyone knows about it. Everyone, it's getting live streamed in their living rooms. So we have to use civil disobedience. We've got to get trade unions involved. We've got to get the communities involved, and we can't be silenced.
Our international order is failing us, has failed. Maybe it's just a lie from the beginning. And for that effort, one of our own was beaten for having a flag by the very people that we fund, that we trust in the past to protect our civil order. It is our civil right to spread awareness. It is our civil right to point to the evils of the breakdown of the rule of law, the evils of the murder and the genocide of another people. And it is your job, officers, to protect that right, not to turn to thuggery and suppress it in the same way that the IDF do to people who speak in Palestine and other places, even in this country. We are here in solidarity with the Palestinians, and we are here in solidarity with our own. And I hope that those officers of conscience will look at one another in future and make sure this doesn't happen again, and frankly report when one of the bad apples gets extra rotten.
Jail, that's what it means, that's the lesson they'll learn. When they're in jail.
We will let our systems take its course, but we know, and the police know, what we expect as a result of what we see. Thank you.
The reason I'm here today is asking for justice. Also, the other thing I don't want it to happen to anybody else, an elderly man holding a flag, or a young girl in a hijab holding a flag. It's wrong. It's happened to me, it shouldn't happen to anyone. We're all here together. Hopefully there will be a good outcome. There will be some form of justice. The officer is still working, is put on restricted duties. His name is Officer Sayed. Guys, it's important to know, if that was you that assaulted somebody like that, you'd be in jail. Straightforward. That is GBH Section 18 with intent. That is a charge. You cannot assault people, civilians, protesting peacefully, raising awareness. You simply cannot attack them in that way.
We want to hear from him. He's our hero. He's the one that stood up for us and inspired our community to come out. And you're the person, so we need you to speak.
So yes, I'll end on a good note, which is I just want to say thank you to everybody coming here. Solidarity. To be honest, I'm still recovering from the injury, so I haven't fully recovered. But seeing all you guys here has given me so much hope, so much strength, and I'm really, honestly, I'm lost for words, but thank you so much. Thank you so much. Free Palestine! Free Palestine!
Well, obviously what happened to Waseem was an absolute outrage, and what is concerning about it in particular is the kind of enthusiasm and the focus that the police officers displayed when they were battering him and arresting him. And, I think the problem is we have to say that the police have been green-lighted, the police have been enabled by the fact that the British establishment continues to support the genocide in Palestine. And so it's hardly surprising that the police think they have got open season on Palestine supporters in Britain. But it's been worrying in the last few days. We've got the situation where Richard Medhurst was arrested, the pro-Palestine journalist. We've had Sarah Wilkinson arrested. We've had one of the leaders of Palestine Action arrested in raids on their flats and so forth. Now, this is not good. And it seems as if there's an increase in police repression. So we're very keen. Obviously, the people here turned out to support Waseem, but I think everyone feels we've got to push back against a growing hostility to the Palestine movement under a Labour government, which is absolutely outrageous. And we've got to continue to build the movement as big as we possibly can. I'd just get involved with any of the organisations, Stop the War, Palestine Solidarity Campaign, Friends of Al-Aqsa, all of the Muslim Association of Britain, all of the organisations. Make sure you're a member, make sure you're involved, make sure you actually get involved in organising locally, because the size of the national demonstrations, the scale of the movement depends on there being local organisation in every town, in every city, in every borough, in every university. We all have to get involved because we cannot let this genocide continue, and we can't allow people to be picked up by the police left, right and centre simply for being in favour of the freedom of the Palestinians.